Hey folks, welcome to Rider Club Radio. I'm your usual host, Jeff.
And I'm your usual other host, Liam.
Wouldn't you call yourself unusual?
But I'm here every episode. Why did
everyone fucking hates you?
Oh, okay. Alright.
This week we watched two shows, which is unusual.
It's...
unless you listen to this last week.
It's gonna be usual from here on, hopefully.
Kamen Rider Ghost episode 19, and Animal Sentai's Zyuohger. Watch out there. Zyuohger episode 2.
So, Jeff, do you want to hear what happened this week on Ghost?
I mean, if I must.
If you do must. Because that's a lot of our...
I do a shitty podcast.
So this week there's a Ganma running around and he paints things. He paints things on his piece of paper, on his little thing that he carries around. And when he paints a picture of it, it turns into exactly what he paints. Now that wouldn't be a problem, but he's an abstract artist. Oh, talking about ghosts is making me fucking fall asleep. He's an abstract artist, so he paints a building as this weird, colorful rainbow monstrosity, and it turns into a weird, colorful rainbow monstrosity. So it's a big fucking problem, and he won't stop. But I don't know what the actual consequences are. It just turns all wavy and colorful, and it looks dumb.
Yeah, the inside of it has a slight Photoshop filter put over it, so everybody runs away screaming.
Akari is also researching that icon she found, and she's dripping shit all over it. And she finds out that maybe the icons are not of this world.
Welcome to episode 1 of Kamen Rider Ghost, Akari.
Perhaps these icons are not made out of material that you can find on Earth.
Shocking.
So they go to confront the Ganma, all Takeru and the gang. They confront the Ganma, and they find out that the Ganma just wants to paint. That's all he wants to do. And they're like, well, stop painting. And he's like, no, well, I want to... Ghost tries to wrestle him in boost mode to stop him from painting, but it doesn't work, and he gets away in the end. And Kanon, while she's there, decides, wow, this is stupid. I'm sick of all this shit. I gotta go find my brother. So she turns around and leaves. She's the only sensible character.
Kanon is the audience watching the show.
She knows what's up. She's like, this is absolutely dumb. I'm gonna go try and advance the A plot. I'm gonna go find Makoto. So Igor goes to the building, one of the buildings, while all this crap is going down. Igor goes to the abstract building that got turned, and there's a CEO who is a white person, and
there is a white man in this episode.
Tech that off.
For no reason, too. There's no, big joke about him or anything, like usual.
He's a CEO, and he's a white guy, and it's shocking. You can check that off. That's white guy number, 8 in Kamen Rider history? Non-Japanese person number 8.
He didn't yell anything with a really terrible accent, either.
Oh, just you wait. Just you wait until he speaks that broken English that he clearly doesn't speak. For real. I'll be waiting. He takes him over and he possesses him with a Ganma, and the guy's a CEO of some sort of company, so apparently that's going to come into play later. I
highly doubt that. I highly doubt that plot's going to have anything to do with anything.
I think you're probably right in that it won't have anything to do with anything, but I imagine it'll be a plot line that'll be followed up on.
I bet that the whole plot line is that he's collecting human specimens for something.
Oh, how could you ever guess that? Elaine from Seinfeld goes to the takoyaki stand and starts talking...
We're calling him Alan.
He starts talking to the takoyaki lady, and he reveals a little bit about his past. He talks about his father, the king of all the Ganma world, and it shows a little picture of him. And he does look indeed like the king of all the Ganma world.
It doesn't show a little picture of him. He doesn't hold up a fucking Polaroid to the camera.
There's a little cutaway where it shows the father and what he does in his daily time standing in a spotlight, okay?
If somebody isn't watching this episode and they just heard that description, it's like they just flashed a tiny picture in the bottom right corner.
It's like
this is his father.
It's like the Ghost History Facts, Yurusen's History Facts, that just shows... By the way, audience, we didn't have time to throw... Here's his dad, and it just shows a casting photo.
He's eating a hot dog, sitting on a chair.
So Conan Conan
O'Brien is in this episode?
Conan the Barbarian catches up with Alan. Kanon just happens to find him at the takoyaki stand, because that's where they hang out, so that's where she goes to look. The painting monster also just happens to be there, so that when Kanon tries to resolve plot or whatever, the painting monster starts making noise and Alan gets distracted. Takeru also just happens to show up at this time, and there's a big fucking fight. Takeru is fighting Alan, And the painting monster is trying to get away, and Takeru's trying to befriend the painting monster, because Takeru is like, oh, he just wants to paint. Maybe he's a good guy after all. Maybe we can make friends with the Ganmas. Maybe they're just people just like us. So he's trying to make friends with him. Alan's trying to fight him. Alan summons Spectre to fight him. Igor joins in and transforms, and they all start fighting. The big fucking mess of a fight scene. And eventually it doesn't go anywhere. Everybody gets away, except for Ghost. And Kanon steps in front of Ghost to try and protect her from Makoto. To protect him, rather, from Makoto, when Makoto's going to shoot him.
Same difference.
Yeah, whatever. And seeing that Makoto is about to shoot Kanon, Alan's like, no, stop shooting. Stop shooting, Makoto. Because I don't know, I like this girl. And Conan... Fuck, I keep doing it. Kanon realizes that... Makoto is truly brainwashed, and there might not be any bringing him back. It's not the kind of brainwashing that you can just say, oh, please, it's me, and then they'll go, oh, what is this feeling? He's gone for a little while.
And then Ghost sees the painting Ganma, and he says, wait, hold this girl character. I need to go do some plot shit, and pushes her into Onari. Like, she's fucking traumatized. Like, she's just fucking witnessed a murder. And Takeru's just like, here, hold her!
Just take this female. He tries to make friends with the painting monster, but there's like I said, big clusterfuck of a fight. Everybody gets away, and nothing really is resolved as a result of that. But Takeru is 100% convinced that he can make friends with this guy, and Benkei is so convinced by this, he's so impressed that he comes out and he says, yo, Takeru, I was watching, I'm very impressed.
Benkei's so fucking wishy-washy at the end of this. He's like, I'm impressed with your dedication to what you want to do, but also listen to what other people have to say.
Yeah,
it might serve you well.
Like I said before, the whole icons talking thing is such a tacked on. I forgot about it for a little bit. It's not even important at all.
No, it really isn't.
So Jeff, what did you think of Kamen Rider Ghost episode 19?
In Kamen Rider Ghost episode 20, finally, after 20 episodes, a likable character was introduced into Kamen Rider Ghost, and his name is Painting Ganma.
I didn't like Painting Ganma,
man.
Okay, but the thing with this episode, the thing I hated about it, is that the whole episode hinges on this very kitschy, oh, we can make friends with the Ganma, maybe they're good-hearted, which is something I've seen before, perhaps in another series from last year, where a monster almost becomes good and then dies tragically as a result.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I must be mistaken. That's never happened before, and it's not stupid and lame and dumb at all. It's just so it's so Disney. You know what I mean? It feels so... I don't like it. I think it's a personal thing.
I don't know. I always find myself enjoying, like, characters who are just dumb, innocent idiots who just want to enjoy life. They die horribly every single time, but I still enjoy them while they're alive.
Yeah, the next episode preview spoils it.
Yeah, the next episode preview shows him fucking dying.
It's Takeru holding the painting Ganma in his arms, and he's saying, oh, just when we became friends, They left out the "you died" line, and they're like, "Oh, we're so clever. Those fucking kids will never figure it out." Okay.
I like the painting Ganma. He's a nice guy. He just wants to paint.
I don't like him.
He reminds me of me when I was into painting.
Oh.
Because I was also a blatant idiot who just wanted to paint and didn't realize the consequences.
Did you turn shit into paintings and stuff?
I hope that if I turn shit into paintings, it wouldn't be like the background from fucking Gullah Gullah Island.
Okay, that reference is too obscure for me.
It's too obscure for everyone listening to this.
You're gonna have to spell that out.
I really hope that if I painted something and it transformed, it didn't turn into a pattern from Weird Al Yankovic's Hawaiian shirt.
Okay, thank you. That's clearer.
Is that too old for people as well?
No, Weird Al Yankovic is still hip, right?
It wouldn't look like something Justin Bieber would make. Kids like him, right?
Just drop a famous celebrity, and they'll be enraptured.
Everybody will be super psyched about my reference skills. If you know what Gullah Gullah Island is, write in to writerclubradio@gmail.com and be like, Jeff, I know what that is.
Thanks. The thing about this episode that bugged me is they're clearly turning the wheels towards Alan becoming good. It's obvious.
I don't know if you could call that turning the wheels. He's just being fucking shoved down a chute towards being a good guy.
Well, he's developing a little bit the more he interacts with Kanon, and the more he feels sorry for her, and the more he feels her plight, and the more he talks to this takoyaki lady.
I was real psyched
like,
that takoyaki lady is actually a character in the series. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that they're doing it slowly. If a character is going to go from being a total monster to a good guy, it should be gradual. But they don't have anything in between. They don't have anything for the show to do while it's not doing this. So they're just here's a painting Ganma. How do you think this shit's going to turn out?
He's dead in the next preview.
He's dead in the next preview, and he's going to be forgotten by the next...
Rip in peace, painting Ganma. I like
Rip in peace. He's going to be forgotten by the next two-parter.
Just like a previous series.
Exactly how it happened last year. What the fuck?
The thing is, last year with like Q and the Q not Ganma, the Q Roidmude,
Ganma,
he developed like a genuine friendship with that Roidmude because they had so much in common. And like they really cared about each other. And in this season, at least with this episode, when the painting Ganma, Takeru isn't really trying to be friends with him. He's just trying to prove a fucking point.
Yeah.
That's not...
That you can make friends with a Ganma if you want to, I suppose.
It's like, look, we could be friends, Alan. I'm friends with this Ganma. I've got plenty of black tries to shake friends. His hand.
He's like, don't touch me, Gan. No, don't actually hang out with me. I just, fucking gross.
He's just proving a fucking point, man.
When they did it with Q, there was an interesting twist on it. How, like, he fucking took Q's place at work when he didn't want to go to work. And they go back and they're like, oh, remember this episode? That was the double. And that was kind of interesting. There was a nice little, like, addition to it. I still hate it. I don't like it.
You didn't like it with Q?
It feels very cheesy. I liked it more with Q, but I wasn't a fan of it.
I was a fan of it.
Oh. The thing with Ghost is that it feels so devoid of creativity. It's so paint by numbers. It plays it so safe. It plays the whole formula.
It's so paint by numbers? You're clever and you don't even know it.
Yeah, that was very smart. It plays the whole formula so safe. It's so scared to do anything weird. And it really suffers as a result.
It's like eating a fucking bread sandwich. Bland.
Yeah, it's like eating... Yeah, it's like a bread and you got a bread. That's the contents between the two slices of bread.
You open it up. You think maybe there's going to be some like cheese in there. Maybe there'll be a piece of bologna. You know, something. There's going to be something in there, right? And you open it up, there's a third piece of bread.
And I mean, it's a sandwich in the end, I guess. You still eat it.
It's something sandwiched between two pieces of bread, so... it's technically a sandwich. And that's Ghost. Ghost is technically a sandwich.
That's, technically a sandwich. Put that
on the DVD release. Ghost is technically a sandwich. Writer Club Radio.
Yeah, put that... as one of the quotes on the back. I'm really not liking Igor at all. I thought Igor was gonna do something. Anything?
I don't know. I'm beyond the point where I'm like, I wish this character would do this. I wish something would fucking happen.
Like, Igor hasn't... They're not even hinting at him, like, having some sort of effect on the overall outcome. He's just a new Javel, or Javert, I guess. That's the official romanization, so we're
He's
going
fucking
with that.
dead. It doesn't matter.
He's always dead as a goddamn doornail, but so is Igor soon, probably in like 10 episodes.
Igor will die 10 episodes from now, tops, and then he'll come back for like one appearance where he gets killed again.
Oh, I hope so. I hope it's that poetic. That would be brilliant.
Make it so like poetry. Because it rhymes.
Yeah. Every stanza rhymes with the last one.
Fuck.
Hopefully it works. I just don't like we were talking about this earlier, right? What if at the end of last week's episode, right, you see he's stealing everyone's souls, he takes Onari's soul. What if at the end of last week's episode Igor gets away with Onari's soul and he goes to the Ganma world with it, and they have to you have like a whole plot arc where they have to get to the Ganma world and it's like hell in there and it's fucking horrible, and they have to get Onari's soul and get out.
And they could even have, like, a thing where it keeps, like, cutting back to Onari, and, like, maybe Kanon is, like,
he starts to
taking
fade
care
away
of
or
him.
something.
He's, like, turning, like, blue because he's slowly dying without his
Yeah,
soul.
some stakes have a thing, and then it could culminate with Makoto finding out that Kanon was dead all along or something, and the one that he has is a copy, and he turns evil, or, like, have some sort of, like, something happening in the plot would be really good.
You think about it, there actually is, like, a timer and some stakes and shit happening in this series. It just doesn't fucking matter anymore. Like, Takeru's gonna fade away into nothingness forever, and his dad's spirit is gonna be gone forever if he can't come back to life in 70 days or whatever. But besides the countdown at the beginning of the episode, what does it fucking matter?
No, it doesn't. It's not. Like you said, in the beginning narration, he says, I have X amount of days left. And that's the only mention of it ever. It's not a part of the story at all. Ghost has all these elements, and it doesn't do anything effectively with them. It's such a frustrating show in that way.
Paper thin. It's a paper thin show. I mean,
yeah.
The paper has a nice drawing on it, but it's still, that's it. There's no pages beyond it.
This
show has become like bitching about Kamen Rider Ghosts.
It has. Did you like anything about this episode in particular, Jeff? Let's get some positivity up in here.
Positivity in this podcast.
Yeah, let's really dig into the brain.
I liked the painting Gamma. Like I said, I thought he was a nice character. He's likable in a way that the other characters are like. The other characters are very overdone cliches, and I guess so is the painting Ganma, but he's like, I wouldn't call it overdone in the same way. He's not like the wishy-washy whiny kid, or the overacting funny man, or the bitchy skeptic.
Yeah.
He's brain damaged.
His personality is he just wants to paint.
Yeah, he's very simple and nice, and I like him. I like villain characters, like monster characters that are just nice.
And despite him just wanting to paint, going along perfectly with Igor's plan, because Igor just needs him to paint shit, he still gets fucking furious when he tells him, hey, I just want to paint stuff. Igor's like, what? Paint?
No, you're gonna fucking paint! You asshole!
You're not a walking shitty urethra like every other Ganma?
What?
You fucking bitch!
What?
I had to come up with an insult that I hadn't used before.
Oh my god. What else did I like?
I want to point out
episode?
I liked one thing early in this episode when Akari is she's analyzing the Gamma icon that she had, and on her little computer it says Gamma icon. I liked that part.
That's it, huh? That's all you got.
Yeah.
I do like that Igor transforms into previous Ganma.
I hate that. I don't like that.
That we got to see the machine gun Ganma again.
I'd rather he just fight as Igor.
He is Igor.
Personally.
He's just wearing the... It's actually really fucking lazy. But I liked it for the novelty's sake, because Igor's not going to be a character that fucking matters ever.
Probably not. We can he hasn't done shit yet. He's probably not going to do shit.
It's pretty lazy.
He's a frivolous character.
He's like a Shang Tsung. He can turn into all the others.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And it's lame.
That's fine by me.
It's like someone came into the offices of Ghost Writers and they were like, guys, the plot's floundering. We got to do something. We have to make the plot move. And they're like, God, introduce new character. And they're like, what do we do with him? I don't know. He's new. That's enough, right? Here's a new guy.
We got fucking 30 episodes of this shit left. Who cares?
I I like Sanzo form. That's cool.
Sanzo form's cool.
I like that his big super finisher is jumping on a cloud and flying away.
Sanzo form is actually kind of strange in that technically it's supposed to be a form that has all the powers of the characters from Journey to the West.
Yeah.
But all it ever does is Sun Wukong shit.
Yeah, because who knows the other characters from Journey to the West?
Everyone
other than Sun
who's
Wukong?
ever read Journey to the West.
Yeah, nobody.
That's actually a very popular children's bedtime story in Japan.
Really?
Yes.
Hot diggity. I only
Also,
know
there's like 900 anime based on it.
I only know about it because of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, there's like 900 animes based on it.
Wow.
Like, side story, I got really excited to watch one on, what was the name of that service we fucking sent in the mail for movies?
Oh, Redbox?
No, it was before that.
Game?
I'm old.
No, I just went to Blockbuster when I was a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, this wasn't when I was a kid, though. Like, I went to Blockbuster when I was a kid.
Okay.
But, it was like Gamefly, but...
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's like Gamefly.
But it was for... It doesn't fucking
Fucking
matter.
who cares? What did you do?
I saw a fucking Journey to the West thing, and it turned out to just be some, like, fucking pretty boy, fan fiction fodder. To the point where all the fight scenes were, like, static images that the camera panned over with sound effects.
Oh.
Everything else was beautifully animated, but it was just static images with sound effects.
That's a fucking shame.
I remember the name of it. It was called Sayuki.
You still remember the name? Wow.
Yeah.
You were that disappointed.
Yeah, so, if anybody here is a fan of Sayuki, you can write in writerclubradio@gmail.com and tell me I have shit taste again.
You're gonna find out this week that Sayuki has a huge underground cult following.
Well,
when I was
underground
younger...
for a reason. That's where all the garbage ends up.
Oh!
The character designs were really good.
Okay. When I was younger, when I was from 3rd grade to 12th grade, when I was sick and I would stay home from school, I would always change the TV and I would find this one channel that would always play Chinese period dramas. No subtitles or anything. And every now and again they would play...
Canada's fucking weird.
Yeah, I just have one channel. It's just all Chinese period dramas. Whenever you turn it on, it's all shit about the Three Kingdoms and Journey to the West and other stuff like that. And I remember seeing a show about Sun Wukong, and it was like a guy in a terrible costume surfing on a cloud with some awful, blue screen special effects, and I loved it.
Did he have, golden fur?
No, it was, regular brown fur.
Because I was thinking it was, Monkey, which is the most popular, Journey to the West story, where it's just, here's some fan fiction about Sun Wukong, the series.
No, I don't think his fur was gold. It was a live-action thing.
Yeah, this was live-action.
Oh, okay. No, that's the absolute extent of my knowledge about Journey to the West.
I've read Journey to the West, a
Really?
translation of it. It's really good.
Wow. Maybe I should pick it up sometime.
Yeah. Go to your local library.
So, in summation, this week's episode of Kamen Rider Ghost was week 1.
Yeah, it was so weak that we just started fucking talking about other shit.
That's gonna be a trend, I think.
Hopefully not. I really hope Ghost picks up.
Me too.
I feel bad for Kanon in that apparently everyone's parents are dead. So she just lives at a temple with a bunch of people she just met.
Oh, I'm back from literal hell. It's time to get my life back on my feet. Am I gonna go to school or something? Nope, no. You're gonna live at the temple.
Just live in this
strange men.
Just live in this fucking closet.
They clear out the broom closet and stuff a futon in there, diagonally. There's your shit, Kanon.
Kanon? Who's that? Oh shit, yeah, Makoto's sister. I forgot she lived here. Does she need food? We should have given her some food.
Has she come out of the closet in the past week? Someone check. Oh my god.
No, there's a skeleton in here, though.
Someone just left a skeleton in here. That was strange.
It is a temple, I guess. So Ghost was kind of weak.
Nothing
really happened in this episode. I guess there was a little bit of Alan progressing, quote unquote, as a character.
He's moving.
There was some old lady making takoyaki.
I wouldn't be nearly as frustrated with how slow Alan was moving if there was something in between it all.
Oh, yeah.
But you just have this, and you're, like, chomping at it. Like, here's the fucking advancement of the plot, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
Igor's doing something.
No, he's not. Don't lie.
What is Alan's brother's name? Adele?
Yeah, Adele, something like that.
Adele. Pop culture reference. So Adele and Igor are doing something, and I guess Igor's gonna be like a official of some sort once Adele becomes king? I don't know. I didn't even know Adele and Alan's dad was alive, but he is, and he'll probably be the final enemy.
The thing is, like, I guess this counts as plot advancement, but it's all just, like, politics and stuff. It's all just, like, what are the Ganma's plans? And it's gonna boil down to some form of, like, world domination, or they want to turn everybody in... They've already said they're gonna turn the whole world into a Ganma world.
Yeah, they're gonna merge the world and the Ganma world to make twice the space. I don't know.
So they can fit all the... Because there's so many dead people.
They got a big record collection. It's gotta go somewhere. Might as well take over another world so they could store it.
That's something to do.
That's it. When you're dead, you need something to do.
You got nothing but time over there in the Ganma world.
I like how in the Ganma world there are no friends.
No.
The painting Ganma's like friendship. What's that?
No friends, no family.
Except fucking Alan is friends with Makoto.
I guess he's supposed to be, but like usual, we're only told that. We're not shown, and we're expected to believe that they were best buddies in the Ganma world. Takeru
I don't know
believes
if I
it.
agree with that.
You don't know if we're expected to believe?
No, I don't know if I agree that we weren't shown. Because the whole, like, first, like, I don't even, 10 episodes, maybe? Every time Makoto shows up, Alan is there as well, and he's like, let's work together. Here, you could borrow my icon. What'd you find out about it? It doesn't matter. I'm an emo guy.
They're kind of shady, though, that whole time, and it's obvious that they're using each other. He just wants to wish his girlfriend back from the Ganma world, and they just want to fuck the world up, which is obviously something Makoto wouldn't want.
Makoto's, like, apologetic, though, when he turns against him.
I don't remember that.
I do.
Here's amusing. So Deep Spectre...
Muse for me.
Deep Spectre is coming, and it looks very spiky.
Yes.
I really, really hope Makoto turns actually evil, not just brainwashed evil. Like, something happens. I don't see it
happening.
I really, really hope so. I don't know. I don't care why, as long as it's a good reason that isn't really dumb. Like, the takoyaki lady gets run through and he becomes disillusioned with life or something. I don't know.
That's two birds with one stone. It makes Makoto interesting as a character again, and it gets rid of the fucking takoyaki lady.
What's your beef with takoyaki lady?
She just screams in an old lady voice.
She's the vehicle for Necrom.
She's the vehicle for fucking delicious treats.
That takoyaki looked fucking great in this episode.
I've never had it. I don't know what it tastes like, but
me neither. It made me starving just looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know what it tastes like at all. But she's just like... She sounds like fucking Tales from the Crypt.
Way you say it sounds like she's a fucking parrot or something. She's the parrot Juman.
She's fucking annoying. She's so one note. You gonna fuck Cannon? You gonna fuck her?
Are you Cannon's boyfriend? What's a boyfriend?
You gonna put your dick in her?
Yeah, that was a really weird line. I didn't...
And Alan's like, what's a dick?
I think that was a liberty taken on Overtime's part when she was like graphically describing how it was going to go.
I don't know. She did the hand gestures, so it has to mean something.
It was disgusting.
But I guess this proves Alan doesn't have a dick. He asked what a dick was. So.
That's true. Ganma World's a fucked up place.
Ganma don't have peepees. You heard it here on Rider Club Radio first.
Are you ready for news, Jeff? Put that shit on Kamen Rider Wiki. Are you ready for news, Jeff?
We're gonna do news first and then talk about.
Yeah, we'll do news then, Zyuohger. We'll finish up the Kamen Rider stuff.
We'll do news and Zyuohger and then questions.
Okay. So this week,
some news.
This week was the birthday of a very special man.
Me?
No. No, nobody cares about you, Jeff. This week was the birthday on February 19th of Hiroshi Fujioka.
Happy birthday!
Woo!
I know you're a big fan of the podcast.
Yeah. So to celebrate, we didn't do anything.
I watched the Sagata Sanshiro commercials on repeat the whole day.
Okay, that's not bad. We did a stream the day after. That was our celebration.
Yeah, we did a stream that didn't involve anything that Hiroshi Fujioka was in at all.
Nope.
We played videos before the movie even, and none of them had him in them.
That's a shame. I thought about him for a fleeting moment. That was my celebration.
Oh my god. Sagata Sanshiro, if you don't follow our Twitter, then you wouldn't know, since it's the only source for news on the internet, you wouldn't know that Sagata Sanshiro is in Project X Zone 2.
Yeah, he's got
Voiced
the funniest
by Hiroshi Fujioka.
He's got the funniest dialogue in the whole movie, in the whole game.
Movie.
I'm off it tonight.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
There's a bit where he's talking to Chrom from Fire Emblem, and he's like, Chrom, the only true way to play is classic mode.
Man, the best part is, if you remember the Sagata Sanshiro commercial for Sakura Tyson.
Oh my god, I know what you're gonna say.
When they run through the forest and he's like, Sakura-san!
He's their like girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah, it's all lovey-dovey and stuff. When you recruit Sagata Sanshiro, if you have Sakura from Sakura Tyson in your group, they do the entire scene together.
Do they?
With voice acting and everything.
Oh my fucking god, I didn't know that. I knew they were boyfriend and girlfriend in the game. I didn't know that shit. Holy shit.
It's beautiful.
That sounds incredible.
There's no love more pure.
Jesus. Also on February 20th was Shun Nishime's birthday, the guy that plays Takeru.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Be in a better show.
I hope you get better work after this one, old Shun. You seem like a nice guy.
Ghost can still get better.
Okay.
People are always saying that to us, though. They're always like, "Oh, it's too early to tell if Ghost is going to be good or not." It's episode 20, motherfucker.
We're just shy of halfway through this show.
It's episode goddamn 20. If I want to say it's bad so far, it's bad so far.
It's pretty bad so far. This week
it got announced. It's too early to tell. It's only episode 50. It's too early.
That's true. We got one more. Could turn it around.
Could be the best series ever.
This week, Bandai announced that the complete selection modification Fize Gear and Fize Thingy phone is going to come out. Fize Gear and Fize Driver is going to come out.
Fize Thingy phone. That's the official romanization.
The Fize Thingy with the phone slot. It's actually called a Driver. He's the only pre-decade rider to have a belt called a Driver.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he made it.
That's all he's got.
So if you really like Fize and you're willing to drop like $200 to $300 on a really nice looking belt, look forward to that. I always regretted not buying the CSM Kabuto belt.
Yeah.
Because like the Zector, whatever, I already have the Zector, but that belt is so sexy. The fucking Kabuto belt is so cool.
Oh my god, I'm glad you didn't get it. It'd just be covered in fucking semen.
I'd be wearing it all the time.
Just wearing it around town with the big giant fucking Kabuto Zector hanging off of it.
Yeah, with the claw. You can hit the side. The DX belt doesn't do this. If you can hit the side in the CSM belt and it goes clock up and then you hit it again, it goes clock over.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
So good. They came up with a Gattack one too and I didn't buy that. I missed it.
Yeah.
Shit.
God, I would have loved that Gattack one.
You can still get it, but like...
It's like $9 million.
Yeah, you gotta get it from scalpers on eBay and shit. It's not worth it.
This is neither here nor there, but our splash image this week is of Kamen Rider Fize, and it's because of the belt.
Oh, really? That was your inspiration?
That's what made me decide on it, finally.
We're not celebrating Hiroshi Fujioka's birthday, we're celebrating this toy release this week. Thank you.
I was just really struggling to figure out who to make, and I was like, somebody that's gotta look good on, like, single color background, stand out. And I was like, everybody else has done it with Fize. I might as well.
Fize is fucking perfect for it. His design is perfect for it.
Yeah, it's kind of bland. Who gives a fuck? More news.
They released a couple more trailers for Kamen Rider Betrayed War Genesis this week.
Oh boy.
One of them depicts a bunch of Showa riders. Not all the ones that are in the game, just a bunch of them. It's got Rider 1, V3X, Super 1, and Black RX. And it shows there's a fucking lot of care put into all these characters. Like, if you're playing as Rider X, for example, he's got his stick, and you can switch between modes. His Rydol stick. And you can turn it into a sword, or a big staff, or like a droopy, like a swingy thing.
It's a whip.
It's a whip. Like a whip.
Rydol whip.
And they all have their own moveset and shit, and if you play as Super 1, he's got all of his gloves, and Black RX has his Bio Rider and Robo Rider. It's really cool. It's a cool ass trailer.
Does he have his lightsaber?
Yes, of course he has his lightsaber. The Revolcane.
Revolcane!
When I first watched it, I was like, this can't be all the riders, all the Showa riders, is it?
No.
Is it? And then I saw that they had Black RX and not Black, and I was ready to start a fucking riot. And then I checked online, and I was like, okay, there's more. It's fine.
There'll be more release videos for it. You'll see everything that's in the game before the game comes out.
Probably, yeah. I don't even have to buy it now. It's great.
You weren't going to buy it anyway.
That's true. I don't have a PS Vita or a PS3 or a PS4, so...
I have a PS4, so I'm thinking about it.
Don't you have a PS3, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, get it for PS3, like I said. A lot less...
I am the worst
totally
kind
region-free, yeah.
I don't know, man. I get bored with, Dynasty Warriors knockoffs. They tend
you get bored with the real deal?
Yeah, no. They tend to be like Dynasty Warriors, but, watered the fuck down as far as possible.
Yeah. Do you think the fan service might keep you coming back, though? All this rider shit?
Probably. Yeah. Especially because in, Dynasty Warriors, there's a set number of people that I want to play as.
Yeah.
And I'll fiddle around with other people, but none of them that don't draw me in. But I'll play as every rider.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love
just
all
to test
riders.
them all out.
Not equally, but I love them all.
Even Kaiser?
Even Kaiser.
There was also another trailer that covers all the riders from Wizard through Ghost. It's got Wizard, Beast, Gaim, Baron, Zangetsu Shin, Drive, Mach, and Ghost, and all their voice actors are coming back. But I feel like I should warn everybody that I should put a content warning on this before you click in. This video contains content that some people might find disturbing or distasteful or traumatic. Between the seconds 5:22 and 5:25, Type Technic does appear. You can shield your eyes briefly and get through that, and everything will be fine from then on. There's nothing else really bad.
Oh my god. All the flashbacks to Drive and Type Technic.
So check that out. It's a really cool trailer. Like I said, there's tons of work put into all the characters. Drive's got all sorts of tire changes and shit, and he's got his dead heat. What else? Oh, a full trailer got released this week for Kamen Rider 1 movie. It
actually looks pretty good.
I know. I opened it and I was like, oh, this is going to be the one where I find out the movie's bad, and it's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, especially now we have some subs for that shit, too.
I didn't see the subbed version.
You didn't?
All I know is the last line is saying that Hongo Takeshi is the true eternal hero.
The last line is Ghost says, I learned something about Hongo Takeshi today, that he'll always be my one true hero. Yeah,
that's the one. He's amazing. The fucking guy. I'm quite excited for that movie.
Yeah,
I've been tricked.
I still think the suit looks like shit. But I'm excited for the actual movie.
It's even in motion, it doesn't look good. But if the movie turns out bad, consider me tricked. It looks great.
I have been drawn in. If this is a fucking Venus flytrap, then I'm a dead ass fly. It looks really good, and it has an actual plot hook to it.
Mm.
And it's Hongo's been fighting all this time, and he has to fucking push himself to his limits because he's old as shit.
Because he's got to beat Nova Shocker.
Sadly, there will be a Dyna Shocker next year, so
Ultimate Super Gel Shocker.
It's never ending for this guy.
They just keep coming back.
Good thing he's a cyborg.
Thank God. Jeff, did you watch Ju-Oger this week?
Yeah, I sure did.
It's time for the Super Sentai Second. Yeah, that's the most Sentai sound clip we could find.
Yeah, that was a sound clip. What did you think of Ju-Oger this time around?
I enjoyed it about as much as last time.
Yeah.
The show is keeping pace, which is, thank God, it's so good.
It's really quick still. It's a very fast-paced show.
Well, the thing is, I think from here on, the episodes are going to focus on each individual Zyuohger dealing with shit.
Yeah.
The first one, you had the Elephant Man, Tusk, yeah. And dealing with him not really trusting... oh my god, what's the guy's name? Yamato, thank you. I was going to say Kabuto. Not really trusting Yamato because he's not a Juman, and like he stole the cube. And that's the whole arc for the first 2 episodes, and then the next one seems like it's going to be about the White Tiger.
Yeah,
and
that's
how
actually kind of standard for
Yeah,
a
is
lot
it?
of like recent Sentai.
Because I haven't watched the newest Sentai I've seen was Zyuranger.
They like introduce all the characters in the first episode, and then the first 5 episodes are each individual character, with like the Red Ranger being the last.
Okay. I see. I like that the Red Ranger is still the odd one out, and I love that we got the scene where they're all fucking around in like a plaza, and
Just
he's like, "You
acting
gotta."
like wild animals.
He's like, "You gotta stop, everyone! Please, you're ruining my life. It's only been like 2 days." What a great...
Tusk is an edgelord.
Tusk is exactly as I pictured him, and he is perfect.
He's joined the team, but you just know he's still gonna cause shit for the rest of the series.
I hope so. I hope he stirs shit up constantly.
Well, that's his job. That's the 5th Ranger's job, is to stir up shit for the entire series.
Is he number 5?
I don't remember.
No, he's number 4, but yeah, I understand. He fills the role of the 5th.
Yeah, there's
Ranger,
one
yeah.
of the 5 that always just stirs shit up for the entire series.
Yeah.
And that's Tusk.
That's good.
Although Leo is still my favorite.
Leo's fun. He's a fun guy, and I like it.
He is fun.
I like Yamato's uncle as well.
I thought I was gonna hate him because of the opening when he mugs at the camera
Yeah,
and
but
acts silly.
They downplay him.
Yeah,
he's only
but
got a couple minutes.
He's not like a goofball like Onari, where that's Onari's entire character.
Yeah,
He's like a smug, self-satisfied artiste.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just a goofball because he's fucking weird.
He gets way too into it.
Yeah, that's fine. I like him as well. And I love the video game aesthetic for the villains, talking about their levels and their game and their continues.
It's weird as fuck. I wasn't expecting it at all. But there it is.
I think it. There's also like a fucking... There's like 25 9/11s in this episode.
Oh my god, yeah, that was another thing. The guy's like, oh, I'm gonna do a thing, and he shoots a bunch of giant spears down and blows up thousands of buildings and kills definitely thousands of people in, I guess, Tokyo.
It gets like completely glossed over, like a fucking Avengers movie or something, but there's like an inordinate amount of 9/11s.
There's $10 quadrillion of damage is dealt in this episode. It's ridiculous.
And we get another scene where they all transform into their big stupid hand costumes.
Whatever.
And
I've made my peace with that. It's not going away.
Duo Eagle still looks awesome.
Oh, it does. Eagle and Shark look cool.
Yeah. I can sort of deal with the others. I've made my peace with that as well.
I think it's neat that the robot is very modular.
Yeah.
It's a cool toy thing.
It's entirely modular, which I really enjoy.
And I think that's also a recent... I know Ninja had it too.
Yeah. A lot of recent Sentai have that, and the one that comes to mind immediately, and I think a lot of the others follow suit, or maybe it follows their suit, is Shinkenger, where there were like combinations with these mechs in combination with these mechs, the origami, and every single one of them had their own fucking name, so they had like 30 mechs.
Holy Christ.
And I'm glad that Zyuohger isn't doing that. It's all Zyuo King.
Yeah, thank God.
I know there'll be other mechs later on, but there were like 6 mechs by episode 15.
I like that you control the mechs just by spinning a cube, and that's how you do everything.
Yeah, how do you know what you're doing?
Every time they do anything, whether it's like transforming or flying or attacking or anything, it's all just done by grabbing the cube and just fucking spinning it as hard as you can, and that's how it's done.
It's like, hey, we need to pick this child up from on top of this building. Spin that cube!
Go,
oh my
Eagle!
God, we're firing lasers!
It's great. It's very weird.
It is.
But
how do you control it?
As much as it does the Sentai elements very nice, I think what I like most about Zyuohger is still the cast. They're very endearing, and I I give a fuck about them a little bit. Like, I want to see them on screen, and I want to see them interacting with each other. Which is very, very refreshing.
Yeah, it is. There's
I'm
never
liking
a
it.
point where there's, like, characters on screen that I just don't want to fucking deal with.
Yeah.
Like, in this episode of Ghost, when Kamen and Alan are on screen together, and they're the only ones on screen, I just sort of zone out. I'm like, I don't give a shit about these people right now. Unless Alan transforms into Necrom, I don't give a shit. Whatever.
I could take Necrom or leave Necrom. I could take all the characters in Ghost or leave them. I could take them straight to the garbage bin.
Oh, no. Burn, Toei.
Oh.
Yeah, the characters in Zyuohger are all really fun. It's fun. That's the operative word here.
I
And
guess it's
Super
fun, and it's
Sentai
not completely brainless. It's not like you gotta completely shut your mind off. It's like there's a bit of meat there.
Yeah,
that
it's
you can
obviously
chew on.
meant for younger children than
Yeah.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Usually.
Usually,
Ghost seems like it's meant for children about this age now as well.
oh well.
But I mean, Super Sentai isn't sugarcoating it for older fans either. Like, we'll put in some stuff that maybe seems like it's for you. It's like, there's a fucking dance number at the end of this episode.
You want to know what's real bullshit about Zyuohger?
What's up?
Real thing I hate. They ask you to guess which animal is in the cube, and they don't even fucking give you a hint. When I first saw it, I thought...
Guess which cube.
I thought it was going to be like a cups game where they put an animal in the cube and then shuffle them around, but no, it just shows 4 cubes with question marks in them, and I'm just supposed to fucking know?
Who was the episode about, dipshit? Green.
It was about... It's not always going to be that way, Jeff.
Yes,
what
it
about an
will.
episode where everyone gets equal screen time? What then?
That's never gonna happen.
What are they going to do?
There'll be an animal in all of them, motherfucker.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
There's one thing about Zyuohger that I absolutely hate.
Okay, what's that?
And it's the voice that does the call-outs.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah, the one that's like, Zyuohger.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that voice.
And it does not stop during the whole transformation sequence, too. You don't just have to hear it once. You have to hear it 7 times.
I hate... Whoever that man is. If that man... I hate his fucking guts.
You're gonna check the credits and see, like, cameo appearance by Hiroshi Fujioka as the transformation robot voice.
Oh, God. I would probably just go ahead and have to kill myself, because I'm not going to be able to reconcile that in my brain.
Oh my god. I liked Ninja's robot voice. When he's like, Dam Pumaru.
Yeah.
I got a kick out of that. This one is annoying.
I really liked the little jingle that played when the ninjas transformed. It was nin, 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 nin.
Oh, yeah, that was a very catchy little beat.
I loved that little beat. Too bad that show was shit.
Now you have like a Tarzan yell when they change.
It's not a Tarzan yell, though. If it was a Tarzan yell, it would be cool. It's like a dude trying really hard and failing to sing opera.
I actually like that. I like that little yell. I get a kick out of it.
I hate the voice.
Yeah, it's high pitched and it drones. And
That's it, though. I like everything else in Zyuohger.
Yeah, so far, the show hasn't taken a nosedive yet.
Yeah, if I'm really nitpicking here to say that. So.
Yeah, it's true. You're digging. It's a good show.
It's a good show. There's only 2 episodes so far, and I can say it's a good show. That's strange, isn't it?
Well, hang on. It's just like Ghost maybe getting good. This could maybe go to shit.
Yeah, it could tank like a motherfucker, but you can make the first 2 episodes of something good.
That's true. Yeah, you can start it right away, yeah.
It doesn't get good until episode 46.
That's, of a 46 episode series, yeah. That was Gaim. All episodes were shit, 46 was brilliant.
People say that about, I know you fucking have terrible taste, but people say that about Star Trek The Next Generation. That the first season isn't any good, and the second season is when it starts to get good.
I wouldn't know shit about Star Trek, because I don't watch shows that are for fucking nerds.
What have we been talking about for the last hour?
A show for cool kids.
Alright then. But the first season of Star Trek The Next Generation is still fucking really entertaining. And that's the difference. You could still entertain and not be super great. It can still take a while to warm up, could still be entertaining.
If you say so, Poindexter.
Look, I'm gonna get my big brother to beat you up.
I think it's possible, even if a show isn't stellar, to see its potential early on. And sometimes the potential is stronger than other times. I understand what you mean, though.
They could have done something this whole time to keep us interested, and still not had to have dove into the meat of the series.
Yeah. Like a small mini plot arc early on.
Yeah.
And I mean like a real plot arc, not like a Ganma appears and you beat him arc, like a real thing.
Like maybe a Ganma appears, and the plot is they can't stop him, and they have to figure out a way besides using a bigger, flashy technique to defeat him.
Yeah, even something as simple as that.
Maybe add some depth to characters, so they don't just stop yelling. Just yell your character motivation out loud. You're angry, just yell it.
I want to save them.
I don't believe in this. I believe in this, and you're wrong.
It's like you say, that Ghost seems like it's made for a younger audience, and you're right, because it's, like they said, they just yell how they feel about things. There's no subtlety.
There's that bit in Futurama where the robot devil says, "You can't just have your characters say how they feel? That makes me angry!"
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's frustrating. Ghost has such potential, and it's wasted.
Yeah, oh well. Enough about Ghost. What emails we got?
Well, our first email is from Zolgheim.
That's a cool name. That sounds like a space sheriff villain.
Yeah, it does. He gave us an answer for our question last week about what historical figures he would want to be as icons.
Oh, what did he pick?
He said, I was thinking, and once I picked my first base form choice, it got hard to justify having many others. My choice is Mad Jack Churchill Soul. Are you familiar with him?
No.
Me neither.
Shit.
I went to American public school. No, he said, long story short, a multi-talented British military madman who fought in World War II, killing Nazis, escaping POW concentration camps and shit, and carried a claymore sword.
Oh, I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, any officer who goes into action without his sword is improperly dressed. He used a longbow and scored the last recorded wartime kill with bow and arrow, and carried bagpipes with him.
Yeah, no, I know this guy. That's fucking great.
He died at the ripe old age of 90. The problem
Jesus.
being that it covers so many fields, so the other forms get kinda undercut. Well, if I could just have one more, I'd choose a plain base formed, and I'd choose the Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen.
The actual best pilot in World War One.
Mm-hmm. Here we go, though.
Okay.
I'm actually reading more of this than I meant to, but he says, changing subjects, you guys have shit taste.
Okay.
Type Technic and Magnet States are okay designs.
That's my counter rebuttal.
I want to pause here and say, really, motherfucker? Really?
We've said our piece about those states. The color scheme is fucking terrible.
I will refer to every previous episode about the problems with Type Technic and Magnet States.
Yeah.
The number one problem with Magnet States being that he's wearing a giant fucking lump of plastic on his upper body and he can't even move his goddamn head.
Yeah, Magnet States is I'm not as familiar with it as you are. I think Type Technic is worse, though.
Yeah, I do too. He says at least Technic's its own suit with some design effort put into it instead of the recycled shit in Drive's later half.
Okay.
Chaser Mach is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Chaser Mach, I visually didn't have any problem with. It's just lazy as shit.
Yeah, it's just some two suits mashed together.
Type Technic
take it or leave it.
Looks like baby shit.
It looks like a Fisher-Price toy become real. Except they dropped it in lime green paint at some point.
He said he never noticed... He said Forza Base States is great. I never once noticed the butt plug thing. I guess I have less exposure to anal sex toys than you guys.
Oh,
How does it feel to get roasted in this email?
Holy shit. Oh, he's right, though.
How could you shit on perfectly serviceable suits while tolerating the awful snot/puke blood monstrosity that is Goemon's soul? I'm the only one who liked that. Liam thought it was shit.
Yeah, I didn't like Goemon's soul.
I don't like the colors. I just think it's, if it was like different colors, it would be A+ design. As it is, I just think it looks kind of neat.
Yeah, it's, like you said, it's that lime green snot on top of a bright red that looks so bad.
Yeah. I like the form still, though. I mean, it's like Type Technic is shit not just because of the color, but because of the design itself is so nonsensical and ugly.
It's all top-loaded and it's got claws all over it and shit. It's ridiculous. It looks terrible.
The design, sans color, of Goemon is actually really great. In my opinion.
Okay, I disagree, but we'll move on.
Yeah, we don't want to get into that shit again. End our friendship on this podcast.
Oh boy, live.
You guys make fun of piss gold power-ups, but Goemon's colors are much worse bodily fluids. Speaking of designs, what are your favorite and least favorite Ryuki designs? Asking it since I'm watching the show right now, and damn, Zolda is so fucking cool looking. So far, Raya has been the mehest to me. That's all.
Raya.
Cheers.
My favorite Ryuki design, like my favorite suit, is probably Oja. I really liked Oja's suit. He's got a very nice aesthetic. He looks like a snake, and like the shoulder plating of him looks sort of like the fins of a cobra, but also so does his helmet, and it's got like a pharaoh aesthetic to it with the staff. It's a very nice looking suit.
It is a good looking suit.
And I like the deep purple. The purple and gray is a really nice color scheme.
I will say that Zolda's actually really cool. He's
Zolda's
very
suit's
like RoboCop-esque.
Yeah. Like when he first appears and he's got like the gears on the side of his suit and they like spin and they only do it that one time. He looks like a walking tank. It's awesome.
That's a tough one for me because I think a lot of the Ryuki riders have a really cool aesthetic to them.
Yeah.
What was your choice again?
Oja.
You know, I don't want to agree with you, but Oja's actually really great.
Oja's a very nice suit. Sexy as fuck. Wait, what am I saying? Knight is my favorite suit from Ryuki.
Yeah, of course.
It's the only suit I liked enough to buy a Figma of. I can't believe I forgot.
You fucked up. I like the heavy metal, like, strong as fuck design of Kamen Rider Guy, especially with the forehead horn.
Oh, Guy is a nice one too.
Yeah. I don't know, it just looks like fucking riveted metal to a suit, and it looks awesome.
Yeah. It's a utilitarian design.
I'm probably still gonna have to pick Oja, although I like Kamen Rider Tiger besides his big fucking Hulk hands with blades on him.
Well, he only has those when he uses the strike vent.
Yeah, I think his suit's actually really fucking sleek and cool.
Yeah, it is.
So, probably Tiger. I'd say
Ryuki's
Tiger.
full of good suits.
Like, if I was gonna be a Ryuki rider, I would probably want to be Tiger.
You'd want to be the shithead?
Yeah. I wouldn't want his fucking personality. I'm already a shithead.
Yeah, it's true.
I would want the suit.
Just that, that sick suit.
It has really cool, like, plates on the upper shoulders and stuff that I think are neat.
Yeah, I like it's one of the things where you can very clearly tell it's a tiger, but it doesn't go too far with it.
Yeah.
It's a nice design.
It's neat. I like it.
I like his axe, too.
Yeah, that's a cool axe.
What's your least favorite?
My least favorite? Maybe Emperor?
I like Emperor.
I don't know. It's the chest piece. Looks like it's made out of foam.
The only thing I have with Emperor is he looks like a monster, but then that's his thing. Yeah. He controls a bunch of monsters, so it's perfect.
I guess.
My least favorite's fucking Ryuki Survive.
I didn't know we could choose Survive.
It's the suits in Ryuki. Survive's pretty ugly.
Survive is the fucking worst.
He looks like the front of a bad car. He's got like a vent on him. Oh, it's a vent. You get it? It's a vent. Yeah, fuck you. It's a bad looking suit. I don't care for it.
It's shit. It really is.
Of the base suits, I think Ryuki himself has the worst one too. Ryuki really got the shit end of the stick.
I guess I got used to it. It doesn't bother me much.
I don't like it. Looks like there's a big huge mass of red, like the chest piece ends too far up and there's nothing around the belt isn't enough of a sort of visual separator, so it's like there's this huge mass of bright red all down his stomach and his legs, and it looks kind of ugly. It's like Superman without his undies.
That's true.
It gets me that kind of feeling. I don't like it.
Out of the base suits, I like that Raya has... I like Raya's theme, but I don't like the Raya suit.
Don't you?
Oh, it's like the chest piece is massive.
That's true, yeah.
He's got like huge-ass pauldrons, and it looks like he's got a beer belly.
That's a little bit.
I don't like it much.
All right. That's Ryuki.
That answers your question, I hope.
I got a thing on Twitter. Belf sent us a thing saying his icon would be Julius Caesar.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a pretty cool idea.
He chose 2 other ones, didn't he?
I don't remember him choosing 2 other ones.
Let me go look.
All right. Caesar's finisher could be you hit it and then you get fucking murdered by your friend.
Maybe instead of you getting murdered, like a bunch of knives appear in the air and all jab into the person you're fighting.
The person you're fighting gets murdered by their best friend. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Unstoppable.
Perfect.
Yeah, he said, my choices are Caesar, Charles Dickens, and Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, writers.
Yeah, imagine having the ability to fuck with perspective.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I still think my choices are the best.
All right. You got any other emails?
Yeah, we got 2 more.
All right, what do we got?
Okay, our next question is actually from Anthony.
Okay.
Who says, hey guys, love listening to your show during work. It helps pass the time. I'm sure that it is a time sink to listen to. Thanks for listening.
Anything that takes off the crushing, soul-destroying feeling of work is fine.
Anyways, I got a question for you two. My dog just passed away, and being the sad sack of shit I am, I bought a shit ton of Kamen Rider toys. My question for you guys is, what series has cheered you up the most when you've been down? Which I assume is most of the time. Keep on being Karate Bugman, guys. Oh, he's Tony Pajamas. I get that reference. Oh, it's Tony...
Oh.
I get that reference. I'm sorry about your dog passing away, Tony.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
That is absolutely fucking rough. But, to answer your question, I think the series that cheered me up the most when I watched it was probably Kuga.
I was going to say Kuga.
I stole it. I knew you were going to. That's why I jumped ahead of you.
It's the #1 feel-good rider series.
Yeah, it just puts a smile on your face.
Well, its main character puts a smile on your face, and him standing up to all the shit.
Endless murder.
Well, the thing is, like, I think the endless murder is important, because it's seeing him overcome that challenge is what makes him so cool in the first place, and still without losing his thumbs up.
Yeah,
is a very cool thing about Kuga. He makes me feel good inside whenever I look at him.
I would say the best series to watch when you're depressed is Kamen Rider Phase. It's very feel good. All the characters are friends and get along.
You can watch Phase and say, "Gee, at least I'm not Phase." Shit's going bad, but I'm not that guy.
Oh God, that's true. I would also say that Double is pretty good for that.
Why's that?
It's funny, and the characters are really likable, and
okay.
It's upbeat most of the time. Den-O probably is also a good one because it's
Den-O is full of like weirdo Japanesey humor. Yeah,
yeah. If you love Japanesey humor, as Liam would put it, racistly, then maybe you'll enjoy it. Hopefully that answers your question. And again, I'm sorry about your dog.
Yeah, it sucks.
Our next question is from Dexter, who says, you two finally did it. You actually got me more than 3 episodes into JoJo. Now I'm on part 3.
Oh no.
You've fallen into a very fabulous rabbit hole.
Read the manga when you get to the end of the anime.
Yeah, you should just read the manga anyway.
Get that shit, all the way up to... Start from part 1, go all the way to part 8. You'll love it.
It's good. But seriously, my question today is, if you had to serve one Kamen Rider in retail as a customer, who would you want it to be, and who would you absolutely hate to have to serve in retail?
Any Showa rider, I think, would be fine for me. They seem like perfectly upright. Yeah, respectable, upright people. They would cut the shit. They'd just be like, "Hey, I want to buy this.
Maybe
Show
not
me where
Amazon.
this is." Not except for Amazon. You might have a funny experience. You'd have a story out of Amazon.
A shirtless man showed up and pointed to items he wanted and tried to make friends with me.
Gave me this hand symbol thing as currency. I don't know what the fuck. What about you, Jeff? Who would you like to serve in retail?
Who would I like to serve in retail? I would like to serve Hongo Takeshi in retail.
Okay.
Because he's my hero. He's
Absolutely.
my one true hero.
You accept his autograph as legal tender.
Yeah. And get fired from my job. It'll be worth it. A lot of the main character writers would be fine. I would especially love for Godai Yusuke to come through so he could juggle his items and impress everybody. Or he could like take all of his items out of his bags and like play Stomp with them.
Any experience with Godai would be a pleasant experience, I'm sure. Retail or otherwise.
Or maybe if I worked in a fish shop, I would like for Shoichi to come through from Agito so he could put his pinky finger into the fish's mouth.
And close his eye. His eyes.
He only has one. He's
one
a Cyclops.
Eye. Of course.
Who would you not want to have?
Tendo!
Oh my god.
Tendo Soji.
Oh my god, that
How
would be
obvious
the
is
worst.
it? Having like meeting Tendo on the street as equals would be a terrible, terrible time. But having him have any sort of power over you would be the worst experience of your life, I'm sure. He would ride you like a fucking mule.
There are riders who are like legitimate murderers and psychopaths. I was gonna choose Oja.
Oja.
He's a literal serial killer.
Oja's got to keep his cover in public. He wouldn't kill you.
I don't know.
Tendo would be an absolute prick while he was trying to get the tofu.
Also, in that vein, Tsukasa, Decade, would be shit to have to deal with. Less so than Tendo, but still.
He would come from a universe where your store has an item that it doesn't have in this universe, and he'd make a big fucking mess about it.
Also, waiting on Michi would be pretty awful. Just because he'd fucking be there and you'd have to be around him.
You'd have to hear him talk to whoever he was eating with or whatever.
I actually like Michi as a character, but holy shit, I wouldn't want to be around that guy. He's sitting at a table with a girl that looks exactly like Mai, being like, yeah, I had this girl once.
You're not as good as her,
she
but
was
you'll
a
do.
lot like you. She was only with jocks.
She didn't like nice guys like me.
She only wanted Koda-san. He wore his stupid sex jacket. She fell for him.
That was how he knew. His date would be like, I wonder when the food's gonna get here. And he would be like, hope is an insidious disease.
Oh god, Michi. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question. I think that's all we have to say about Kamen Rider this week.
That's just Kamen Rider and the Super Sentai Second is over.
So if you would like to tell us your opinion, like you want to say that we're have shit taste, you can send that to riderclubradio@gmail.com. We love your emails.
And our Twitter is at Rider Club Radio.
If you want to send us emails where you burn the holy fuck out of us, leave us completely roasted, like we got roasted today, go ahead. We'll read it on the air properly.
Here. I'm crispin'.
So thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks. See you next week.
See you.